Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts, and guys, the newest episode of A.W.O.L, Season 4, Episode 11, A.W.O.L, just finished airing on TV. Now I'm here to review / just talk about the episode. So if you've not seen the newest episode of A.W.O.L, the newest episode of this season so far, Season 4, click away now. I'm getting into spoilers. Are you gone? I'm getting into spoilers. I will ruin the episode for you if you've not seen A.W.O.L, the newest episode of A.W.O.L. Are you gone? Okay, let's jump into it now, guys. So the first thing first we're going to talk about is R.I.P. Amanda Waller. What the hell? They're just killing off Suicide Squad characters because of the fact they have a Suicide Squad movie, so it can be contradicting. Look, if DC is going to make a whole big hullabaloo about the fact that the DC TV and the DC movie universe is completely separate, okay, they're not in the same universes, then what the hell? Why are you killing off Suicide Squad freaking characters on Arrow if it's all separated? That's my only I have actually another small complaint, but this is a big one. Like, out of nowhere, the guy just turns and boom, shoots her. She just dies like that fast. And there it is. So, come on. Okay, that's my little bit of an issue. Some people were that I saw in the Twitter, hashtag Arrow tonight, were happy that she died. I mean, look, she's a very hateable character, but the fact that they killed her off because of the fact that they're coming up with the Suicide Squad movie, very bad reason why. That's why they did it. So that's my overly complaint. But anyways, R.I.P. Amanda Waller. You will not be causing problems with the Arrow team moving forward, but in the past, she'll be causing more issues. So she could come back in the flashbacks, but at this point, now moving forward with the Damien Dark story and all that kind of stuff, bye, you're gone. Okay, so the next thing we're going to talk about is the Diggle Brother situation. Now, they have been teasing for the last couple of weeks the whole Andy Diggle and all that kind of stuff. He's in the cage, people making jokes. He's in the cage. How do they feed him? Well, he got a burger tonight. How does he use the bathroom? We still don't know because he was in that cage forever. They kept teasing this. Once they brought him onto the show and said, he's not dead, Andy Diggle's still alive, and John Diggle, and blah, 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 and they're fighting in the cage and all that kind of stuff, I was hoping they'd be leading to something, and they actually led to this, which is a pretty decent episode, a pretty decent arc for the Andy Diggle character. I'll talk a little bit about my some issues, but not with the character, but what's going to happen, I think, later with Andy Diggle. But the fact is, they took Andy Diggle to Argus. Amanda Waller talked to him, and he wasn't very specific, saying, well, this company I used to work for, Shadowspire, I mean, the whole, gun thing or whatever they're trying to, it's a diversion. It's not really going to happen. And then freaking Shadowspire shows up to Argus, and then all the stuff goes down in the episode. What I really liked is the fact that John Diggle finally just said, okay, fine. I'll trust you, Andy. Let's go save Lila. Let's go save, Argus. Let's go save everybody, right? And Andy Diggle actually saves John's life and actually, helps stop Shadowspire and all that kind of stuff. And then the episode ends with Andy actually at John Diggle's house, aka Patty Spivet's house from The Flash. They used the same apartment. Come on, they did. If you watch both shows, Patty's apartment from that episode and Diggle's apartment, the same exact one. And Andy's allowed to live in John's apartment. I have some issues with that. Come on. I don't trust Andy. I don't trust him. I don't trust Andy one bit. But we'll see what happens. But in my personal opinion, something bad's going to happen. So they probably should not have let him out of that cage. That's my only complaint there. But speaking on that, there were some flashbacks and all that kind of stuff, and we actually get to see the main guy from Shadowspire. Maybe that's the guy's name, I don't know, but the main guy and all that kind of stuff, and he confronts Andy Diggle and John Diggle and all this kind of stuff back when they were actually out in Afghanistan. So that was kind of cool to see there's some connection there. Then they made a connection with the big bad of season 4 and the flashbacks connected to Oliver's island story, his 5-year, flashback sequences or whatever. They're on year 4. They connect it because the same guy that's the big bad on the island for Oliver in season 4 meets Andy Diggle and all that kind of stuff. So there's some connection there. And he talks about a place, and he shows a map, and there's the island and all that kind of stuff, and it's all connected. So it was kind of cool they connected the Diggle Brother flashbacks with the Oliver flashbacks with that character showing up out of nowhere. So nice little connection there. I do want to speak briefly on Lila. Now, I like the fact that Lila was involved in the team and all that kind of stuff, but at the same time, when it got to her actually fighting in the actual throwdown scene with Shadowspire versus John and Andy, and then Lila, and then Green Arrow shows up, there was a moment where Lila's just doing this. Like, you can make punches look realistic. None of the punches are real. You know, like, you know, going crazy, and the camera angle and all that kind of stuff, and making it look realistic as much as possible without making contact. Lila's just doing this. Like, to a guy. Like, hold him over and just straight punches. And I tweeted it. It looks unrealistic. It looks bad. And I think it was specifically because her technique is not good. Like, and the fact that the camera angle wasn't helping either. So that was another little issue I had. Now finally we're going to get to talk about this last, because I was so worked up with the whole Andy situation, all that kind of stuff. Let's talk about Felicity, aka Overwatch. They actually make a freaking reference to the fact that Oracle, I would have said Oracle, but that name's been taken. What? First of all, you drop something like that, that's telling me two things. One, somewhere else in the world besides what we know the name is used for, it's used. So Oliver was like, nah, Oracle's not going to work. Or Oracle actually exists in the universe, and Batman exists in the universe, but we're not going to say it. The fact that he said that, come on. Anyways, they gave her the name Overwatch. I'm fine with it. It makes sense. You know, she's overwatching everything. It just makes sense. Just Overwatch. Okay, so there you go. Her battling with her former self, the goth version of her, essentially the rebellious version, essentially was kind of neat. There was one particular scene where, you know, her, I guess, hallucination Felicity and Oliver are trying to talk to her at the same time in the apartment, and eventually she says, "Shut up," or whatever, and then the hallucination Felicity and Oliver stop talking and all that kind of stuff, and she never tells him I'm hallucinating, so he has no idea what's going on. And the fact that she had to battle that in her hallucination essentially, and the fact that, you know, she has to deal with it for the part of the episode. So if you're a fan of Felicity, then I think you enjoyed that scene, those couple of scenes, because they really show her fighting her inner demons, her inner self, I guess, however you want to call it, and all that kind of stuff. But she eventually pulls through and all that. But if you hate Felicity, you didn't like the B plot of the story, because that's what it was. But the fact that she's on the team, she has a name and all that kind of stuff, it all worked out for the best. So overall, A.W.O.L was a great episode. I really enjoyed it. The fact that we finally got some movement with the Diggle storyline, the brother Diggle storyline, Andy and John, all that kind of stuff, it was good. And the fact that we got a new name for Felicity, Overwatch, the fact that Lila was a part of the episode somewhat, besides the, you know, other than that, it was a pretty good episode. So what do you guys think about this episode? What was your personal favorite parts of the episode? Any thoughts you have, let me know in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching my review of this episode. Peace out.